Good morning. It is August 26th. We got on trail a little after 7. We hope we don't regret it. Today's going to be a question mark with weather. Depends on which forecast you read. Anywhere from light rain up until like 5 to small hail, gusty winds, strong thunderstorms. But we're trying to get to Bald Mountain Brook lean-to. It's 15 and change. And if we can get there by 5, hopefully we'll be able to ride out the worst of the weather. We really toyed with staying at Sterling Inn one more day, but we just got to get done. So hopefully this won't turn into a nightmare. How you doing back there?
I'm doing okay.
Anything to add?
Well, I mean, you know, if we can do 30-minute miles on average all day, we'll be there usually by 3.
We'll see how that works out. Off we go. So we have been hiking fast. Go ahead.
2.5 miles an hour.
Yeah. We came up, but then we came all back down again. So we still probably have 2,000 to go up. It's beautiful. If we weren't in such a hurry, I'd film more. That is the path to the Pleasant Pond lean-to. We are not going there, obviously. 9.2 miles to our ultimate destination, if the weather doesn't go completely sideways. We're hoping that we'll get up and over Pleasant Pond Mountain and Middle before Rich said there's a potential for like a thunderstorm around 3, and we should be able to easily get over it by then, but you know, we don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to go as fast as we can, as safely as we can. We are 2 or 3 tenths from the top of Pleasant Pond Mountain, and it's just rooty. Not a rugged ascent, I mean. It's just, we're still struggling with our climbing gear. We may never get it back at this point. It would be nice if we got it before Katahdin. So far, no rain. We are 1/10 from the summit of Pleasant Pond, but this is a pretty nice view. So I thought I'd take a second and capture it. We would love to get over Middle, so we got to keep going. We are on the summit of Pleasant Pond. The weather is definitely not fabulous, but so far no rain. There's a lot of slabs here, and I think someone told us that there were slabs coming down Middle. So, oh, I'm sorry, I had that way too close. If we could get down Middle before the rain, that would probably be really good. But we've come 7 miles, according to my watch, so that's good. All right. This is the summit of Middle Mountain, and it's just starting to rain, so I think we're going to get out of here. Seeing more and more color. It's telling us winter is coming. We just ran up on Mushroom Pink Hot Dog. What? Oh, yes. Descent to Middle Earth. They had taken an extra day at Hostel, Maine, like we did at Sterling. We're both going to the same shelter tonight. So, yeah, well, there's 3 campsites, so I don't know what's going to happen. We'll figure it out. Because the young ones who got on the ferry should start passing us probably within the hour. We are about 5.5 miles from the shelter. We have to go up 577 and down like almost 1100, but almost all that down is in the next 2.2, where we go down to a brook. It's really pretty through here. Rich's favorite tree, Christmas trees, but they're keeping a respectful distance, so he's not angry with them right now.
Says you.
Says me. Well, we're just trying to do the best we can to get as close to our destination as we can, because, you know, we can't check the weather because we don't have any service, so we don't know what's going to happen. trail magic. It's interesting they have a medicine here too, but I don't know. Is everything empty? Oh, it's all empty.
Yeah.
We're so unlucky. Well, you can get some Imodium if you want that. They still have it. How sad. Well, thanks for the effort, Trail Angels. We're about 3 miles from the shelter. So far the weather's holding. We are going as fast as we can. Kills us to run like crazy and get into camp at 2:30 and then sit, but we don't know what else to do. This is a lake. Maybe this is Moxie Pond, I think. I don't know, I'll have to look. I think it is. Yeah, it's a nice pond. Where do we go? That way?
This way.
This is Moxie Pond, and we were walking on Moxie Road, and there's a ford up here. Last comment was August 13th that said you could cross on rocks and not get your feet wet. So, hopefully that's true. Here's a ford. There's a lot of rocks. You just gotta plan properly and not slip. We both made it successfully across. Yay. We have somewhere around the 3, I guess. It wasn't on the sign back there. The sign said it was 4.5 to Moxie Bald Mountain, and I know the shelters before that. I think we'll get a little of the climb for the mountain out of the way. So we're just gonna keep going and hopefully beat the rain. We were just talking about this guy, and he turns up like a bad penny. It's Terrapin. Last time we saw him was in Waynesboro at Stanimals.
That's
And
true.
you went to Harper's Ferry.
Yes.
And then you
yes.
flipped.
Yep. Took a train. Well, I went to Florida for a week, came back.
Of course
Went-
you did.
Well,
Because that's
you
how he
know,
rolls.
Okay, yeah, and then I came
So
up
we
to...
get COVID, you go to Florida.
Well, you know, you got to make choices in life. That's it. That's
But
it.
you summited Katahdin,
Yep.
and you've done the 100-mile wilderness and all that.
Yep.
And now you're going to go play in the Bigelows.
Katahdin's like riding the bull. You might get 8 seconds, but you're not going to conquer it.
Okay, well, we're so happy we got to see you. We're going to all try to run from the weather. Take care, darling. It is 2:17, and we have arrived at Bald Mountain Brook lean-to. Tried to convince him to sleep in the shelter in case the weather gets really crazy, but he doesn't want to. The water is just right down there. There are 2 tent pads. This is the first one, and the second one is where we're setting up. I mean, it kills us to stop at 2:15, but we don't have cell service, and we just don't want to get caught going over a mountain if things get nuts. So tomorrow we may try to get up really early and do a 22. We'll see. There's a privy out off the AT where there's some tenting out that direction, but there's also a privy here. There's no bear box, of course, because there's not any bear boxes. But we're going to try to get the tent set up, get our water, get our food, and then if the weather really does start going sideways, we'll be ready. Hi there.
Well,
It's like, what, 4:30?
we worked half day today. Didn't
So
work at all
frustrating,
yesterday.
but
We got 15 miles almost.
if you listen, you hear rain. It started raining right on cue about 2:30. We were eating, and Mushroom and Pink Hot Dog showed up. She had better success than I did convincing her spouse to sleep in the shelter, so they're
right.
posted up in the shelter.
Yeah, if they had gotten here before the rain started, they would have set their tent up. But he didn't want to set his tent up in the rain, and I don't blame him. If I'd have rolled up here and it had already been raining and there wasn't anybody in the shelter, I'd be sleeping in the shelter.
Yeah, but the tent's fine. Hopefully, I mean, it was supposed to. What we saw in the weather. Sorry, I'm shaking a little bit because it's cold. What we saw in the weather was like a possibility of showers at 3, and then there was like a lull in the action, and then it started in again. I think around 5, and it was gonna just deteriorate. So Rich pitched the tent really high, and we're just gonna ride it out.
I set it up for the rain. Unfortunately, the other night I did not, and it rained, and didn't know it was supposed to. And didn't go so well.
But we may try to hike all the way to Monson tomorrow. We'll just see. conditions. We've got to do some fjording, and depending on how much it rains tonight, that may take a while. But it's 21 and a half miles to get all the way to Monson.
across 2 or 3 rivers.
I think there's
like
two that are kind of sketchy.
Yeah, well, they're like,
And we've got to climb a couple of mountains. There's like 3,100 feet of elevation,
cramp in my shoulder.
which is not a lot for 21 miles, but it's still not,
No,
flat.
it's not.
This section of trail was great.
Yeah, it was a breeze. We, did 15 miles, from like 7 till
2:15.
Yeah. So
It's the fastest we've hiked in a long time.
if the weather had been good, we'd have put another 5 miles down.
Oh,
but-
right. Yeah, we'd have gone to Bald Mountain Shelter, which was like another 4.1, and we would be pretty much halfway. But, we didn't want to we didn't want to walk in the rain. We didn't want to potentially be on Moxie Bald and have a thunderstorm rear up. So,
Yeah, there was some potential this afternoon for some not severe, but pretty bad thunderstorms. One of the forecasts even said something about hail, but
we'll see.
I don't know.
But a highlight was seeing Terrapin. That was awesome. We were just talking about it when he comes cruising around the corner, because we were like, we should see him today or tomorrow. So he seems to be doing well, and I'm glad he found somebody to hike with. He's hiking with Renaissance Man.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So it's good to see him.
I guess that's pretty much all we got going on. We're going to just rest and try to do big miles tomorrow, since we couldn't today.
Weirdly, today we hiked 10% of what we have left about on trail.
Yeah.
So weirdly, we are getting closer by like crazy chunks to the end, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's just like I said in the video, we're seeing the days are getting shorter, the leaves are changing colors.
Wow, what about those maple leaves? How pretty they were. They were so screaming, flaming red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just signs that it's
winter
time to
is
go.
Coming. I want to be anywhere near up here in winter time.
No, you do not.
It's
Plus, we got
stupid
stuff
cold
to
up
do
here
at
in
home
winter
too.
time.
As much fun as we're having, we got a life to get back to.
We do.
Okay, well, thanks as always for watching.
Hi, kids.
Night.